Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Let's get ready to go for a weekly challenges on Gran Turismo 7. Today is the 5th week. It's all about having 3 events to be featured on Clubman Cup on Japanese, European, and American by adding up to have some 2 events to be additionally adding up onto the special event by using the Fiat 500F in the 1-make category and World Touring Car 800 to be at Dragon Trail Seaside Reverse Direction. But this is going to be a very good topic to have a good club moment to have some 3 events to be featured on the same series with different content on each region. But there is going to be a series of tough challenges to go for the slow car, modest vehicle on the road category, and racing car to go for the competition in professional level. But this will have to take some few other prizes and rewards when competing to have this weekly challenges to go on the checkmark. Here we have one event will be received to have 100,000 Gran Turismo credits, plus to have 3 events completed to have 200,000 GT credits, and then once you have finishing up onto 5 events, a 5-star roulette ticket is now being available. Sounds good? Sign me up and go enter to have the 5th week and go proceed enter at the end of November and onward to be earlier in the month of December. So as always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, be sure click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Don't forget to click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos in the later future. Let's get ready to go and start for today's weekly challenges. Let's begin. So this will be doing a good excellent opportunity to have a 1-make category to be featured by using the Fiat 500F 1968 to go in outstage to be on the reverse direction on test course. But this is going to be a limited time online event just like the Porsche 911 GT3 RS Type 992 2022 like last time, since we have finished from Laguna Seca and the Mazda circuit. But the difference is it's now being specialized to have a good part on the same series to go for a different road car. For this description, ready for a dogfight in the Fiat 500F with just 17 horsepower. Make sure to use your brakes to avoid going into corners too hot. That should be a very good slow opportunity and regulation to have a 100 performance point or less. Such a good classic road car to see how it turns out and have that reverse direction to go around and have that spot to go uphill. Sounds pretty tricky, but it takes 2 laps when using the 500F 1968 is going to be a piece of cake. But it's not going to be a piece of cake. This will be a bit more modest to go challenging up and facing on the hill climb. So I'll have to use the 1968 Fiat 500F with a Gib icon that I just received. This will be doing 1 available tires to go for the Comfort Hard compound, but this is going to have to take a good minimum requirement to go exactly by under 100. But it's about to get tougher, and adding up to have 1 more horsepower will be doing good and get stable to see how it turns out for only 1 part of the classic road car to be well embraced. So let's get it on and start for having a good club moment on race number 1 to have a good reverse direction on outstage test course. Looks like all the other opponents are about to be joined in, starting out and do the 10th position. Let's go and drive slow to be safe. Here I go and drive well. So I just really hope this is going to be a very good, excellent, stunning thrill of the classic, but it might have to take a slow time to go a bit more faster on the 4th gear. Whenever you might need to have a good slipstream, just try to keep a good, excellent line on the inside or just going to go on the outside. So I'm on the 8, 7 more to go remaining, and have that short straightaway to go up first sector and check on number 2 of the sector. Okay, gonna have to do the brake. Here it comes, and speed up a bit more higher. Yeah, this is going to be a bit more tougher that you might need to go a bit more enough speed. But I got the number 7 position to stay on hold. Keep trying and follow the lineup to have a good slow pace on the overtake. But not so bad after all. But it might be a very good easy, but somehow it has just gonna try to keep a good usage on the grip. Bummer, looks like I just got dropped down onto position 8. Almost there to proceed on the final lap. This could get a bit much more challenging that you might need to go faster and do the slipstream while you can. But I know this event is a bit more challenging that Polypody Digital is going to test us. But it's going to be on the good limited time events to see how it turns out to go for having a racing skill of club potential. Just going to have that position 6 to go up, 5 more to go, remaining, and stand tall. Alright, looks like with enough speed, this could get a bit more tougher to be climbing up. Go by turn 2 and 3 and have that next position to get up and get closer to have the top 3 to go currently in. A matter of possibility when driving on the comfort hard tires is actually to have the first basic step. But eventually, the final turn is going to be a bit more tougher that you might need to get up there. Man, looks like I was so very close to have that check mark is now being complete. So this had to take one replay to have this one, but not yet to be closer enough at least. 5th place. Okay, not good enough. So that should be doing well fine to have the first attempt. Under 3 minutes and have the fastest lap I just recently took. No idea how am I supposed to do this, but it takes a fair race with a slow car and a series of tail elevation. Maybe this will have to take one replay and try this again. So, practice well, and this one is going to be temporary. Alright, let's change up the options and go by feedback torque on the 5 and try this again. But I know this is going to be a precarious run effort that you might need to face that uphill corner. Just like the downhill on the forward direction like you ever did from the license test exam. Then let's find out and do the same part of the strategy that you guys have learned so far. Okay, going up and well applied on gear 4. But I'm very sure a bit to see how the Fiat is actually to be well strong and well standard to see a good 18 horsepower will do the best. Okay, here comes the best position to go up without the brake. Okay, that's good. I'm on position 2, getting closer on to see Costa in the lead. Now that's how all you might have to keep a good speed without braking is your best choice of method. But don't go slow down before going on the hill climb. That could be a bit more troubling that you have to stay on the inside of the line. So just gonna go by switching up the radar and proceed to the final lap. But I tell you guys, this race might be a bit more challenging to go a bit more intermediate. But also to have a main choice of the method that you might need to stay around when you're on the first position to go for the lead. But here comes the rest of the group being dropped down onto 3rd. Come on, just break that gap and go by 1.2 seconds around. Okay, this is it. Just keep a good hold on the line and watch out. Good call without a contact. That's very good classic Fiat, of course. Just try to stay strong and beat the hill climb around on turn number 2 and 3. But this will be doing the best part. Stay on defense by having enough distance in about 1.7 seconds to get up onto sector 3. But apparently, you might have to keep a good well balance in case if you really don't want to take too much oversteer. But practical, skill, and doing well hard test effort that you might need to get your skill up to the level. And there you go. First check mark and first place on the roll at the podium. But good thing having old school classic that have a good sold car that might be quite going well to have 18 horsepower amount. Now let's have a good check results. Fastest lap I took in number 2 by 1 minute, 28.741 seconds with under 3 minutes of the total time in 2 minutes, 58.236 seconds. Sounds good. And this is going to be the first ever one make race challenge to go hard effort by facing up the hill climb by entered on turn 2 and 3 in the reverse direction. But the clean race bonus that adds up by 3750 credits. That should be doing good enough to have 100,000 Gran Turismo credits on the ticket. Now, let's try this again to go for having another spare part of the replay. Okay, capture thumbnail image has been spotted and exit. Replay saved. Alright, now let's go and take part for only 3 events on Clubman Cup Series by the numbers. 550 for Japanese, European for 600, and 700 for American. So let's start out and go by the numbers to have the Japanese. We'll be doing the first one in Tokyo Expressway to be in the South District on counterclockwise. For only kinds of Japanese road car, this would be doing a best recommend pick for myself as I'm about to go with UDRS Inspirtec livery variation. But how about go for the A6 Turismo is actually to have a good proper tune car is now actually adding up by carryover by 279 horsepower and weight 1,781 pounds to be built and aspirated added with turbocharged to go for having an FR drivetrain layout. So gonna have to be ready up, go entered, and see how the 8.6 to have a good capable to have a fully well racing spec version since the first round from the 2023 Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup. But apparently, I just really want to get myself prepared for next year's season in 2024. But Membership Plus will be required to enter because I just really might need to save enough money in case of something else might be very important to have a perfect time on the Christmas shopping. So double check. Setting sheet on number 1 is now being adding up. 582.17 check. Calculate and let's do this. Go for the club and drive on Japanese car to have a good race number 2 to be entered. So let's go vroom vroom. Number 12 on the grid, here I come. Alright, looks like got a good eye on Leonore on position 11 in the Nissan Fairlady C. 2009 model. Go by the right, overtake, and press on. Man, this is going to be a very good road reference from Tokyo Extreme Racer. But I almost forgot to adding up with a gear transmission to stay around to be minor adjustment. It'll have to go quicker and going up by gear number 5. So I'll have to be on the interior view and just going to be ready up and do a clean run. apex check around on the session. Alright, looks like T Kondo is coming up on position number 8 to be standstill in about 1.7 seconds remaining on the R34 skyline. Okay, that's a good pass. Clear and inside the tunnel. Got a good eyes on Igor Fraka in the Toyota GR86. There he is right now, and slow it carefully and make my way to go overtake. Okay, that's good. I'm on the 7, going in closer to M. Simmons in the R33 skyline. Gonna pack up the pace and go on the exit on-ramp. That's a very good, excellent, clean performance to go around on the final sector to be in the entrance. There goes Adam Suspulo and Ryota Kokubun. Gonna have to watch my 6 and blocking in to have the 350C and FD. Okay, that's good. Thank you, Kokubun. Now I'm on the 4th. Fast lap on 2 minutes, 28.311 seconds. Next up is Yamanaka on the GR Super RC 2020. Horizon Blue, my guess, and Goodwill identified. So almost there to catch up to the last 2 drivers, Derucci and Gallo on position 1 and 2. All I can see is an 8.6 right now. Gonna have to hop in and go club around on the top 3 position to go currently for myself. Okay, looks like Valio Gallo and Derucci is always meant to have a good dogfight showdown between the NSX versus the 8.6. Brings back memories, of course, but I just really gonna have to keep a good clean run moment to have 2 of them who will be doing this at any time. Okay, here it comes. Better hold down the line and hold the offense. Okay, there you go. Looks like it's an 8.6 versus 8.6 showdown with the same model. I'll have to squeeze right in and catch us up to the 2002 NSX Type R. Okay, switch around on the map. Good communication check. Okay, got a good opening. Ah, there goes the contact. I can feel it. Let's do in one piece and got the lead. Coming in onto the final lap in number 3. So, if you really think about going for having a best Clubman Cup event ever yet to have a Japanese vehicle, use any kinds of your best previous favorite cars that you might have a good amount of horsepower to go up and make your way onto the first position while you're at it. But good thing doing the Challenger to have my best roll and go for a different Japanese vehicle to have event number 2 on the weekly challenges. But I mean, look at this. I got the first position on the 8.6 onto the 2 model, and actually they have a good position to stay on the main defense. Feels good to be enjoyed to come back to have a good same part of the encore. Now time for me to get my record to go faster in next sector. Well, man, don't want to take too much speed. That could be a very bad idea. Okay, temperature is doing maintain normal. Gonna go on the right hairpin. Okay, that's very good. Looks like Gallo is breaking my 4-second gap distance to go down in 3.9. Gonna have to get back in and towards the final sector. Okay, good grip. Stay on it. Now gonna have to keep a good power slide grip to keep it hold, and final stretch will go towards the podium. There we go. Daytime on the arrival of the finish line. First place and shoot. That's 2 check marks, check and done, and total time in 7 minutes, 14.229 seconds. Fastest lap I just recently took by 2 minutes, 22.007 seconds. Well, don't worry, I'm just really might have to keep a good exact fix on my tone and adding up with a sip of water. That hit the spot, and clean race by 30,000 GT credits. Almost there on the hat weight mark on today's daily, and replay, capture thumbnail, and double check. Exit, and smashing up the water bottle. Okay, looks like that's one Clubman Cup series is now checked. Only 2 more to go. Next up is European. That will be a good time moment to have a good proud JDM iconic moment, so it'll have to get back onto Alsage for having a good village course layout to go by race number 3. Maybe I should probably have to do that earlier, but the progress on the progression is all I need to do to follow the steps. So let's see. Maybe I'll have to choose for the next real car to go by pick. Maybe I'll have to choose the Jaguar F-Type R 2014 with my Total Drama OC Lexia will be rated up and get started in. But almost forgot, I just switched up and still remain on the hard compound tires in racing category after clear from the Nürburgring National Eibay. But it'll be doing alright, but this will have to take one good better amount of challenges to see how it turns out to go for having a best ever European F1 car will do the best topping position to go hard in first. But 3 laps always meant to have a good usual part since the Clubman Cup series on each number from 550 to 600 and to 700. Now this will be doing a good forward direction to have a full course after putting up onto the test course on the main layout. Let's do this and have my OC to go run and start in 12. It's on the supercharge and go on the first turn. Okay, looks like European compact cars will go first. Gonna have to do a faster way on the overtake. Alright, that's good. Now on to position 7 in the green Volkswagen Scirocco. Gonna have to do the middle and do the tip-top side on the outside. Okay, looks like Pui in position 6 in the Lamborghini Countach 25th anniversary is in. Gonna have to stick it closer to him, and one pass on the turn. That's 5 more to go. Gonna keep going and stay on top of it to have a good follow the line on the apex on the corners. Okay, hillside right corner. Gonna stick it and make a good clear pass on the BMW C8. Perfecto and brilliant. Well, I guess November is already ended and entered on December for the celebration of Gran Turismo 6 10th anniversary. It's been 10 years since Gran Turismo 6 just actually came out on the PS3 back from 2013. But man, it's been coming a long way to have some good cars, and even current ones from GT6 is now actually to have a very good moment to have some tracks, physics, and good ever events on license tests, of course, because I just really want to play it again. But moving on forward to GT7 is actually to have the best elements from the past Gran Turismo games to the present and new updates in the future. Maybe I just really gonna have to do this for all kinds of best racing events on every Gran Turismo games. However, we still always love the games and the racing title itself throughout the franchise. But look at that, I just took a double overtake to go in the lead. Gonna have to embrace it and feel the good faster of the art of performance. Okay, go back on sector 2. Hold the pace. Now gonna have to keep it up in about 2.1 seconds to build the defense up. Excuse me. I just had some dinner a few minutes ago. Okay, that's better. Where are my manners? Okay, that's good on sector 2 to go by a perceived forward in the test course session. Hairpin 3. That's a good pace, and currently on the fastest lap total by 2 minutes, 15.357 seconds. Okay, let's steady up and go down. Okay, full stretch. Topping on, and dirt lap in the final lap. Okay, in-game time is at 9:12 a.m. Now it's 9:13. Still in one piece, and currently they have a good pace effort out there that I just recently took. So hairpin 1 check. Now gonna have to do the usual part on hairpin 2 with the elevation. Okay, got it. So whenever you really need to choose a better European car, that would be a very good best FR opportunity to go faster and challenging up by having a good amount of suggested performance point to go over by 600. All you might need to do is get to pack up with some racing compound tires to go for the hard as recommend. Experts say that you've done this before, and we have to do it again as part of the weekly challenges to go for having a check mark by ejected. But the third one is just yet right up ahead to have a 200,000 Gran Turismo credits to go on the ticket. But that's how we just always gonna have to practice and race very well. Okay, steer it to the right. Almost there by having a good entrance on the final sector in number 3. Okay, finish line in sight. I'll have to drop the hammer and go down the brake. Ladies and gentlemen, first place and clear on the podium by having event 3 in the check mark. It's in the can, and my OC in the Jaguar F-Type R 2014 is actually to have a good clean run of performance. So very awesome and feel to be strong for having the fastest lap I took in number 3, 2 minutes 11.593 seconds. Total time by exactly in 6 minutes 39.684 seconds. That's 2 Clubman Cup events down. Only one more to go is going to be at American. 37,500 credits on clean race, bonus, and 4-star roulette ticket is acquired. Alright, that's good. 200,000 Gran Turismo credits has been acquired. Now, gonna have to do a different thumbnail position on replay. Just hang on, I'll have to do it for only one perfect match of the picture. Apparently, a bit more blurry, but that should be good enough. So there you go, replay saved, and be on a reminder because I still got a lot of content replay that needs to be filled out and shared into public. So on to the weekly challenges again. Here comes the 4th event as penultimate to be entered at Daytona International Speedway Road Course. Alright, time to go proud American as I'm about to choosing the 2019 Corvette C7 CR1 is now at the go and go for the UDRS InSportec livery. But make sure that you might have to switch up onto sports tires to go by soft. Any recommend that you ever done this before, so we have to do it again twice and go by a double twice. So let's be patient for a moment. I know this is going to be a bit more longer out there to have the title is about to be appeared. It's about time, and let's go 4 laps on race number 4 of 5. Good to be true. And good to be on the twilight for having a good evening. So I'll have to get ready up and do the 12th position as ever done before. The Clubman series is just yet to go by having a different part of the usual challenge. So gonna have to dive in at the first turn. Okay, there's Adam Wilk. Ford Mustang is in position 11. Okay, go by International Horseshoe, turn 3. Okay, there we go, 10 more to go remaining, and standing there. Okay, gonna have to kick it up in the mid-gear. Coming out, approaches on to turn 6 and 7 will do the high speed. But better make sure if you ever see the opponent to be driving on the Tesla Model 3, that's gonna be a very good, excellent time of opportunity to go apply overtake as much as you can. Only 1 lap or 2 laps. This will have to test your skill and test your might to have some favorite supercars that you're gonna have to pack up by over 700 horsepower. Okay, bus stop chicane clear. Now this will be doing a good possible to have the final sector in the first lap. Here comes two 4th generation Corvette, gonna do the outside and proceed on the full stretch. That's 1 lap clear, 3 more to go. Current on lap number 2. Slowing down to Daniel Solis and Igor Fraka from position 1 and 2. Okay, 4th gear on the way. Stepping in onto sector 2. Gonna have to hold down the line and gonna have to keep a good enough speed. Alright, that's good. Now gonna have to climb up and proceed on the outside to go exit at turn 7 through 8. Okay, there's Igor Fraka. Got a good eyes on him and good faster overtake by the brake. That's the ticket, and Team Insportec in the lead. Just in a matter of a few more remaining laps to go on the halfway mark, the third lap is about to get a peak closer to have the sunset wheel go around. Last 50 miles onto the interior view to be spotted to be checked in. Okay, perfect time to go enter the brake zone. Fastest lap took by 1 minute, 49.771 seconds. Well, maybe I should probably might have to grab a Ford Mustang with a dispenser cam livery Ashley in it. But boy, looks like I just really might need to have a livery from here until now. But it's not yet ready to be unveiled because production, as I'm about to be ready to go underway by development, as I ever said before. One activity at a time. That's how I'm about to be putting up to have some major step of development because a whole lot of unparticipated events and go by progress since Spec 2 update. But maybe I should really might need to have an image to go for having a message to all the usernames on Dispenser Camp servers on Discord. But just going to make sure to understand this will have to take one possibility of Dispenser Camp Livery to go by support with Gran Turismo 7 as part to be upcoming on the 3rd season in All-Stars. But I mean, this is going to get a lot of good familiar faces from Season 1 and 2 for having a different appearances by look. But I mean, well, I kind of think this is going to be a very good best runtime return for having James, Aiden, and Lake are about to be reunited as well, along with Rhea. Well, no idea how Rhea looks like that she is actually to becoming 100% true Bollywood actress. I mean, I know how fans really think this is going to be a very good, excited, crazy moment to see some good familiar faces with some different appearances to go by return. But especially for Fiore, she looks definitely a bit more different, just like Alec from Season 1 ever since on the remake. But I can't wait to see how it turns out very well until all the characters will be confirmed for having a hashtag. So it's going down onto the final lap. This is it. Still around in the twilight, headlights are being turned on. but this is where the fun comes in. This will be during the best time to go. We're having an early night time to be entered in when the skies are about to be going in dark. Just look at the horizon. This is so magnificent. Okay, one more sector to go. Gonna pack up the speed and go on the inside in turn 11 and 12. Okay, that's good enough. Made it on time, and fourth event is cleared by the check mark in first place. Job well done, and finishing on 3 Clubman Cup events on Japan, European, and American. Just like as part of the menu book, because the recipe is just yet to be followed all in order, because this is how Clubman Cup series is just what we have to do for only a fifth part of the weekly challenges. Total time in 7 minutes, 25.845 seconds for the fastest lap I took in number 2 is 1 minute, 49.771 seconds. Alright, looks like successful, and go by 45,000 Gran Turismo credits. Clean race and 50% plus is all I have to do for only one natural GT player to get up and go shape up to have a main proceed forward on every Wednesday. So a little short time on the replay, so I really need to get closer to have a better action view. Okay, there's my Corvette. Gotta have to zoom in just to be on the front, and there you go. Gonna exit and save it. Well folks, we're almost there. Only one more race to go, and that means the World Touring Car 800 is going to be at the reverse direction on Dragon Trail Seaside. This could get a peek closer to have a one step proceed forward to have the series of full walkthrough videos, as I'm about to begin by having 15 races in one event. For starters, I know this is going to be a very good tough progress, as I'm about to be checked on event directory before I go, because it takes 8 races from the World Touring Car 700 by having one progress to go up in about 100% complete. Now the progress is actually to be starting out in 6% since I just recently took at Fuji International Speedway for race number 1. So it goes down to have some different racetrack and 10 laps to go by the series of challenges, except the other racetrack to go feature like Le Mans in 5 laps, Sardinia Road Track A on 15 laps. And even for the Nürburgring Endurance for having 3 laps to go all out endurance, with additional to have high speed rain for 20 laps. Okay, it looks like this could be a bit much more challenging and go settled in by the progress, but still, World Touring Car 900 is still in progress, because I just heard about the next week challenges to go by December month is going to be having one event from the Hypercar Parade. I know you guys really want me to have a menu book to be grabbed, and just gonna have to go there to be on the main recommendation. So let's see, gonna have to be ready up and choose for only one best road car to becoming a very good excellent racing car category. Maybe I just really might need to have a better good suitable by pick, as I'm about to go by the Ferrari FXXK 2015. Maybe I should probably have to grab it right now, and this one is going to be listed as a 2014 model. So I know this is going to be a very tough challenge, because it'll have to be available to be using on 5 kinds of racing compound tires in case of the weather forecast. I'll have to be preferred to go by hard compound and see how it turns out to do one race with 10 lap challenges to go settle in and have this one to be served as a backstory. It takes a lot of good thrill of completion to have the WTC 800 to go entered and have this weekly challenges to go for having a final step to have a roulette ticket to be available by 5 stars. This is how professionals will be doing a one best stepping opportunity to have some available tires to be purchased on 5 types at once. I'll have to purchase reminder on intermediate and heavy wet tires. Check and calculate to go additional to be update. Gonna wait, and we got some good opponents are about to be set and get ready for having a good run. So let's go. Last race and final part of the weekly challenges to have this one to be going unchecked to become as a check mark. I'll have to make sure to have the hybrid track car to keep it up and stay on the main field map. Here comes the dead chicane. This time it will have to go by approach rather than doing on the forward direction by late. Okay, looks like Adam Wilk on the Ford GT 2018, Daniel Solis on the Alfa Romeo 4C Group 3, gonna brace myself, coming in the middle of sector 2 to go around on the right, then do on the left, and then maintain on the right. Okay, gonna have to keep a good hold on the Ferrari. The XXK is still actually to have a good touring car class to be well used on the course since the Crew 2. Down the steep hill I go. Full stretch and going in towards Simon Bishop position and then Baudilio Gallo on position number 14. Okay, let's check on the weather forecast on the radar. No sign of incoming weather condition. Still, it's always meant to have a good, bright and sunny day. Okay, back on the chicane of dead. See? One car at a time by the lineup. Okay, coming in and clear pass on Coque Lopez. Okay, got a good pass on Ryota Kokubun. Now just gonna keep a good maintained pace to switch it up. And there goes M. Grady on the Audi R8 LMS Evolution 2019. Position 10 and sight spotted. Back on sector 3. Looks like Kokubun just passed me. I'll have to get back in. Ooh, so very close. Just recently second ago, so I just really need to have a replay to be checked. Okay, let's see how the field is doing well. 50% left. Gonna have to go by lap number 3. Got a good eyes on Nicholas Rubalar on the BMW M6 GT3 Endurance model. Gonna have to get closer to him and exit the chicane at depth. Okay, hold the line. Alright, that's good. Now, exactly by over 30% is currently to be remaining. I hope the battery is still got a lot of juice in it. He'll have to give enough speed and patience by the recharge. So gonna have to keep going forward and stay on it. Back on the final sector in lap number 3 to get closer towards the end. Okay, reminder calls. This is how one pit stop will be actually to be called in. But still in one piece, this will have to keep going to have a good usage on the racing compound tires to be switched up from hard into medium. So I'll have to be finishing up on the third lap and get back in action on lap number 4. That should be doing good enough. I'll have to take round 2 later on, but it's not over yet because it needs to get a bit more pushing up on the main boundary limits. Okay, back on to 19. In about 3.9 seconds to 4 to have Angel Inestrosa from last place. I hope one race is actually to have a good club moment, because this is going to be my practice session for my full walkthrough, folks. Whenever, if I really gonna have to do it again for having an encore, now's the time if I really gonna have to go enter on the WTC 800 and 900 to go by having one event on the detour time to go around. But that's how Hypercar Parade is gonna be currently to be coming up soon in about a few hours left until moving on by Thursday. So I had to keep trying and keep going hard because patience and progress is all I need to have a good care. But development is actually to have my best ways to do by industry, as I just going for my channel to go for having a main part of the industrial production. Okay, got a good eyes on Mendoza and Portilla. Quick refuel and battery to have a depleted moment. Okay, the grid standings are about to be changed up and it's going a little bit crazy. Okay, got a good eyes on Baspi Boris. There he is right now on position 6. Gonna have to be proceed on exercise caution. Okay, go through. Okay, there we go. Hold the line. Now overtake Mendoza in the Aston Martin B12 Vantage GT3. And Portilla in the Dodge Viper SRT GT3R. Okay, I'm on the 4th. Now I'll have to keep a good focus and aim for Lucas Ordonez in the 2013 Nissan GT-R Nismo GT3. Just going to slow down and wait for having a good clear position to get in there. Okay, don't go off the track, Ordonez. We might need you. Okay, Mikhail Hasal is at the pit. Now, gonna have to do for his teammate Minasono is in the lead. Just tag one driver around in the same Subaru and just gonna have to keep a good exact main moment just like in the Manufacturer's Cup. Okay, that's the ticket. Now, go by the lead. Okay, looks like it takes 3 laps to go exactly by the total. I'll have to get back in the pits and try this again to go for round 3. I know you guys really think about using any kinds of best road car to be suitable to be classed as a track-only vehicle. Maybe if I really gonna have to do it for only a one-part strategy to give it all I got and practice very precisely to do the best part. Well, I know this is going to be a very good, excellent opportunity when I'm choosing the Ferrari FXXK 2014. That could be a very good track race car to be built and challenging with some Group 3 cars. Maybe I'll have to go and sacrifice to have that pit stop to go by number 2. So I have to turn this race around and just gonna have to get back on the action. So here it comes. Just in a matter of a few minutes to have the sunset to go on the horizon. Okay, I'll have to let the opponents to go past my position. Minasono is in the lead, Mendoza in second, Fosby Beer Boris in third, Mikhail Isao on the fourth. Alright. Now, drop down on position 8. This race could get a lot of serious effort if I really need to go again to catch up with some few opponents during the race. Now, the next round on the third, 14 seconds to catch up and go faster in about 3 laps to go. Whenever I have to keep pushing, the feel is very much more important to have a good amount of the acceleration and slide on the corners to be on the gentle side of position. Maybe this will have to do the best position ever yet, so any kinds of road car to be built on track only will be doing the best amount on the capability. Okay, gonna have to kick it up on the mid-gear. Gonna go right in and overtake Yamanaka's position on number 7 to go on number 8. Got a good eyes on Minasono. He's at the pits. Go by position 6. 2 more laps to go. .13 and the total time is still yet to be current in progress. Is going to be a bit much more tougher times and go climb up to get back onto the top 3. Okay, got a good eyes on Igor Fraka on position 4. Gonna get in there and head back on sector 2. Okay, gotta watch myself. 8.6 seconds left. Going back on Sector 3. Almost there. I know this is going to be a bit more tough challenging to go master on the FXXK 2014 by beating with Group 3 cars around. Maybe third pit stop will have to do the best count. So let's see, just going to go by recommend diamond, so just going to let Mikhail Hisal to go in the lead. Talk about a contest and a battle of first place. Okay, best recent use on the tires, always going on medium. It's penultimate lap, that means number 9. Gosh, I don't know, this race is going to be a bit more challenging to get serious. So I have to keep pushing hard and do everything myself. So in about 14 seconds, as Mikhail Hisal is in the lead, he's getting closer towards the end of Sector 2 to get back on Sector 3. Other racers, including myself, is still hanging around on a tight rope to get in and do the thrill of the battle to have a WTC 800 moment to have a good lineup ever yet. Just try to keep working up and get closer to have a good early twilight hour to get on to the final lap. Okay, that's a good pass on Minasono to get back again. Almost there to get over on Mendoza. Come on, just gonna have to go power 1 and push it in. Oh man, this is gonna be a bit more crazy. I just don't want to do that again. Man, that was so very close to have that apex to go speed bump. That could be a no-no for having this part of the full walkthrough. Okay, it's only down to 4.8 seconds remaining. Come on. Just gonna have to push it and drop the hammer. Got him in my sights. And let's go final sector. Got the last call. Down the slope of the steep corkscrew to go up. And push it up and have that sacrifice of the field to go by the skin of its teeth. Yes, that's very good. And FIP checkmark is complete. Very good. Now, all I have to do is gonna have to do a second one for my free time after this one is might need to turn this around. But that was so very close to have that close call when doing that minor mistake on the speed bump by the apex. So very good, and total time by having a good duration in under 20 minutes. That's lap number 10 on the fastest is 1 minute, 39.498 seconds. Good job, and we'll proceed. That's 140,000 credits and no clean race bonus at this moment. So probably as a 5-star roulette ticket is now being checked and complete, so I'll have to hold on to it to have a reminder as a Christmas gift to go by the December 25th. But expiration is going to be at December 29, 2023. Alright, so gonna zoom in and have that thumbnail image to go capture replay by exit. That was so very close to have that moment. Well, maybe perhaps I should rather have that different replay to have my free time to go currently by the checkmark, but lesson learned, you guys. Don't get too much extreme when using a track-only road car. Is actually to be a very good acceleration by carryover by over 1,000 horsepower. That's how the Ferrari FXXK 2014 is a very good recommend to have that part of the weekly challenges. So here's for having a cheers for the 5th weekly challenges in about 3 hours left before coming up as week number 6 to go for having a different set of challenges, including race number 4 in Hypercar Parade. But I'm sure of it because I might need to have a menu book. Will be required to have this one because WTC 900 is still in progress. Okay, well, gonna go back to the GT garage and have myself for having a reward challenge after finishing on the 5th week. But I'll have to hold on for having a 5-star roulette ticket for a moment, just to have an early Christmas gift for myself. Now let's do for only a 6-star ticket because in about 4 days left, I should rather do this right now. Okay, let me see. Toyota FT1 Vision GT, Tomahawk GTSR, and bingo! Just give me 1 million Gran Turismo credits. I'll take it, and currently on 26 million. Now for having a combo total of 300,000 GT credits, go by 200,000 and 100,000 GT credits. Total amount is 26,669,087 credits. All's good in the world, and other roulette tickets just yet to have some good ability is might need to have a good early date before Christmas. Well, when it comes in to have a good early challenges to go by weekly by earlier or late, but I'm always gonna be preferred to go by late because of the lap time challenges as I'm about to be currently in progress by having a recording session by development. But in that case, this is going to be a very good Clubman moment to have some American, European, and Japanese for only 3 events in the same series by the numbers, plus to have a special event for a 1-make category by using the Fiat 500F. And for the WTC 800, Dragon Trail Seaside in the reverse direction by using one track day hypercar is very yet to be capable by facing up with some Group 3 cars to go with a series of pit stop and stay on lane number 6. But after all, the Ferrari FXXK might need to have a free time session after finishing to have the first part of the attempt. So I'll have to wrap this up before at the end of the video, folks. If I were you, I just really might need to have a menu book to go entered on Hypercar Parade. This is how one step of the objective and one further opportunity to have a good event participation to stop by at the GT Cafe. But in the meantime, I'll have to make sure to have 2 events to be finishing on the WTC 900 as I'm about to go on detour in progress. But you'll understand, this will have to take 3 events plus 4 in the same series. We might need to go additional to have 1 content video at a time to go around. So thank you for enjoying watching the video on Gran Turismo 7. Glad that you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Don't forget to check it out on any social media platforms like Deepnet Art, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more to see my image artwork like UDRS Libris, Vision Total Drama fan art with card Libris, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be seeing you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.